Next up, at UFC 317, we have Jhonata Diniz taking on Alvin Hines in the first of 3 brand new matchups on this card. Jhonata Diniz is 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that unfortunate career loss to Marcin Tybura, taking on Alvin Hines, 7-0 in his career. He is undefeated. He is making his short-notice UFC debut. Jhonata Diniz, as we all know, is a very good striker. He's a former professional kickboxer. He's got clean technique. He has incredible power. He can do everything standing. He'll even defend most takedowns. But if he ends up on the ground, this guy is an upside-down turtle, has nothing to offer, absolutely useless off of his back. He is coming off that come-from-ahead loss to Marcin Tybura, where he had Marcin almost knocked out about 7 times, but he still ended up on the ground, and once that happened, that was a wrap. He's taking on Alvin Hines. Alvin Hines is stepping up on short notice here. He is undefeated. He likes to come forward, just throw just sloppy bar brawl bullshit. Big, heavy 1-2s. He obviously hits very hard, but he's not fast. He is slow, but he is strong, and he is gritty. He has no issues playing the jiu-jitsu game as well, and I don't mean shoot takedowns, and then, he will literally, if you're in a scramble, he'll just jump on your back. Full-blown jiu-jitsu game. He is going to move forward. He's going to try to get this fight to the ground because we just saw Jhonata Diniz has almost no ground game whatsoever. The problem is, while I first looked at this fight and I was like, you know what? We got a guy that can probably be a good wrestler and get this to the ground. I'm going to go that direction. But then I watched the tape and I'm like, oh, he's not like a college wrestler. He's just a big dude that throws crazy and dives at legs, and that's not going to go anywhere for him. I think he's going to come in sloppy and wide, and Jhonata's just going to blast that dude, put him out early. Jhonata Diniz is the pick, and the odds are starting to reflect the skill difference between these two. If Alvin Hines was like a former college wrestler that then convert, then we're talking about something different here, but that's not what we got going on. What do you think, Dominican Jacob?
Yeah, and Brazilian Alvin Hines, I guess. What a terrible background they chose for all these fucking... Look at that fucking... I looked at that.
That's the fucking official fight poster, you goblin.
Okay, but use something different so everyone doesn't think that everyone's a fucking Brazilian.
His flag is right here. It's an American flag. It's right there.
The first thing I see is Alvin Hines.
I go out of my way every week to get the official background that the UFC makes. Then I have to use my non-existent Photoshop skills to remove the fighters, keep the background, and make these graphics just fucking pristine, clean. You're gonna give me a hard time? It's the official background.
That white border around the fighters is really fucking artistic too. What the fuck is that?
I have wanted them to pop. Speaking of pop, Jhonata Diniz is gonna pop Alvin Hines in the mouth. There's your transition. Jesus, dude.
Have you ever thought about owning an electric vehicle?
Dude, anybody watching at this point will have no idea what's happening.
Tax incentives. I mean, Ford electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids
Trump got rid of the tax incentives.
Of $80,000 or less are currently eligible for federal tax credits. See page. Yeah, Alvin Hines just probably is not that dude. I know people are going to kind of trash Jhonata for his takedown defense, and I've honestly been kind of a Jhonata hater. So me, in this instance, feels like a pretty unbiased opinion, but his takedown defense is actually pretty good. I mean, you can see that he knows what he's doing in his takedown defense. He knows that's the point of emphasis, so you see him training and stuff and all that stuff. He's working on sprawling. He's doing all that stuff. Obviously, once he gets flat on his back, not a good idea. And if he's on top of somebody, I mean, everybody in the world knew that even though he hurt Tybura, to stay on the ground with Tybura, it's like, oh, he's going to get fucking swept. And that was like the most easy. It just fucking just whoop, like a little deep half and fucking just flips him over, and he had no idea what the fuck he was doing. But Alvin Hines shouldn't have the ability to get Jhonata Diniz on the ground. It just shouldn't. I mean, it just shouldn't happen. And his striking is pretty lackluster as well. I said this in my quick pick video, and I meant it as a compliment. For whatever reason, people think it's a joke. Alvin Hines has been fighting. He's 7-0 against 7 Angelos, essentially. That's
a great record
against 7 Angelos.
That's what I'm saying. Like he earned.
That's what I'm saying. I try to make it like a compliment, but people thought that was actually pretty funny. But Yeah, the people just aren't very good. Is what I'm getting at. So Alvin Hines beating those people. He has never seen the level of striking in Jhonata Diniz, and Jhonata Diniz is somebody that hurts pretty much everybody in the first round. Even that Carl Williams fight, who I think Carl Williams is probably a better striker, better wrestler, kind of more of a mismatch for Jhonata than this guy Alvin Hines is. He had fucking Carl Williams on skates like 3 or 4 times in that first round. He hurts people when he hits them. He's gonna have an insane striking advantage. So I'm all over Jhonata Diniz. I have first round bets inside the distance, and I'll just take my chances of betting against a guy that probably shouldn't be in the UFC.
Yeah, and the Carl Williams is a good example because that dude actually is a high-level wrestler, and he had a few takedowns. So it's not as if Jhonata Diniz gets taken down, he's 1,000% clueless. In that last fight, he was. and if he's on his back, it is a problem. But that was because Marcin Tybura has very good jiu-jitsu, where Carl Williams got some takedowns, there were some scrambles, and it was a different situation. But I agree, Jhonata should get this done. I think he gets it done inside the distance because he hits so insanely hard.
That first entry that Alvin has, I mean, he should get sniped off that. I mean, this guy.
He's going to come in wide with a big looping shot.
Yeah, he's just kind of a meatball, and I imagine Jhonata's just going to fucking snipe him. And we'll just see what kind of chin he has. If he shows up and he has a great chin, it could be trouble, but we'll see. I mean, Jhonata he fucking hits hard.
I've got a little parlay with Jhonata Diniz in there. I put 2 favorites in there that I think win, but I'm not wildly confident in. So I like to do that.
Brazil parlay with Diniz
with Jhonata Diniz. If you do want to check out every single pick, every single bet, and every single tool, WeWantPicks.com. You can unlock all of it instantly, not just for this card. It's $10 for a month. And this month includes UFC 318 and a couple of fight nights. Great month to sign up. Jhonata Diniz, $9,100 in DraftKings Fantasy. I do think he's worth that because I do think he wins by finish relatively early. It might be borderline instant on the first exchange if Alvin comes in wide and sloppy.